In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to get all 62 MOCCIs, starting with King, really simple, right in front of you. And I think it's called Love Something, but you do have to join the group to grab this one and like the game. Moving on to Black, so Black is just on the pillow here on the bed. Clock is of course just behind the clock here on the desk next to the bed. You also have Pink and Graduation up on the desk here, so using the truss, and you will find Pink just behind the PC here. And Graduation, so just following that desk around, and it's behind the papers here. Moving on to Frying Pan, so Frying Pan is on this desk here, you just need to drop down to grab that one. Next we have Red, so if you drop down to the bottom here, Red is underneath the drawers. Next we have Noob, so Noob is underneath this small table here, underneath the cards. And then for Gold, there's two ways you can do this. I did it by climbing up the shelves, which is probably the longest way. But Gold is just at the end of the ruler on the desk near the PC, so you can just go the way you went to grab Pink and Graduation, but I took the longest route around. Next we have Ryder, so making your way towards the sofa here, and then down towards this game console bit, and Ryder is just behind it. Next we have Hat, so making your way towards the shelves at the very back. Hat is just behind the books here. And then Green is just behind the box here. Next we have Helmet, so using the table next to the bed, climb up the truss. Helmet is at the end of these shelves here. Military, so this one is on the shelf behind the books. So again, I probably took the longest route round, but just make your way towards the shelves at the back, and Military is behind the books. Next we have Gift. So Gift is under the table here. There's probably a few ways you can do it. If you've got the ladder or the bridge, that would definitely help. But I didn't at this time. But you can try and jump it, or as you can see I did, I used the jump cushions here to help me grab that. So BaconBoy is in or on the sandwich with BaconBoy, so you just need to make your way up to the top. Again, there's probably a few ways you can get there. If you have the ladder, it would be a lot easier, but I didn't at this time. So if you don't, just make your way to the top of the shelves here, or where that race car is going. And then just drop down onto the sandwich. I did kind of get kidnapped for a second, but Next we have Sleepy, really easy. This one is just underneath the bed behind the suitcases here, or the briefcases. Moving on, so for these next ones you want to jump onto the sofa here, and then using the drums and the lampshade to help you jump across. Up the truss here, and you will find Neat at the very top and Hime just on the painting. So BaconGirl is on top of the Jenga game there. There's probably a few ways you can do it. The way I did it was I climbed up the shelves and then dropped down onto it. Again, if you have the ladder, that would probably make it a lot easier. If you don't, then this is how I did it. Student, really simple, is just at the bottom of the bookcase here towards the back. Moving on to Clown. So Clown is the one trapped behind the safe here, and the code is the same for everyone. So just go ahead and type 10136. So for Banana, you need to start in the kitchen, and to your right you'll see a truss going up to a shelf. Go ahead and climb that, and then you can see those bananas kind of levitating or being held by string there. You just need to basically make your way all the way to the end. And then for Frozen, you just need to jump into the freezer there at the bottom, and Frozen is at the back. And then for the sushi one, you just need to make your way up onto the counter and into the microwave, and there it is. Moving on to Researcher. So for this one you do need a code, and the code is the same for everyone, so I can just tell you, but you need to just make your way onto the counter in the middle here. And then just type the code in 74955. So for these names, this one is in the drawer at the bottom here next to spawn, so just drop down onto that. For this next one, I'm not going to pronounce, but this one is in the kitchen towards the very back. And all you need to do here is push this door right here, and this one is just inside. So Ballerina is at the very back by the coffee machine. So however you get there, just make your way towards the very back. If you have the ladder, makes it a lot easier, or the bridge, but I didn't. And Ballerina is just inside the coffee machine here. Moving on to cake. So for this one, basically you want to get up to the very top. If you do have the ladder, it does make it a lot easier. I had to do this banana hobby across, but you just want to make your way to the very top of the fridge. And then cake is just behind those cardboard boxes there on top of the cupboard. This took me a while, I kept hitting my head, but eventually I did get up there and grab cake. Next we have Apple in the kitchen here. So Apple is at the very far back. You can see a bowl of apples there, so however you get there, just make your way towards the back. And Apples is just in between them. Moving on to police. So from the bedroom, police is on that what's it called, that PC thing at the bottom there. So you need to start by jumping on the desk, then dropping down onto the chair, and then kind of leaping across to this, can't remember the name of it. Moving on, so starting from the bedroom, you just want to make your way to the very back. And mining is just on the shelves here. So just take a left here and you will find mining behind the books here. Next we have metal. So metal is behind those three Labubus. Or Labubus are they? They're not even Labubus, they're MOCCIs. Behind the three MOCCIs on the shelf. So basically just underneath mining. So for Pinkygirl, you want to start by jumping on the sofa here. So this one is quite far up, so using the drums and the light to help you cross and then getting on top of the wardrobe just there. You can use the bridge here if you have it, or if you have a high enough jump power, you can just jump it like I did. But you just need to follow these shelves round, and you can see it underneath the green block there. I was originally trying to get this one, but then I realised I couldn't get in there, that I do need the bridge for that one, or the ladder. And then I clocked this one here, so you just need to jump across or use your bridge to get that. Next we have Dread. So for Dread you want to start by jumping on the sofa here and using the drums and the light to help you get across, and then you just need to jump into that bin there to the left right next to the wardrobe. Just here, and Dread is inside. So for Gang you want to start by jumping onto the sofa here, and Gang is hiding in the wardrobe in that back left corner. So you just need to get high enough to a point where you're able to jump down into that drawer there. So these next few are quite high up, so using the shelves at the back to help you get all the way to the top. If you have the ladder is definitely useful here. I think, no, I didn't have it unlocked at this point, but this is how I did it. I jumped back onto this kind of track and then I boosted at full power, jumped at the top. And you'll find plants with the plants here on the shelf. And then you have quite a few up here. And then you can see some planets, and you've got Astronaut on the planet at the back there. You've also got Pilot on the plane here. You've also got VR just on the AC there. And you've also got Cat, you can see on the fan there. Moving on to our hat. So our hat is on that little racing track that the car is on. So just climbing up the shelves here, or however you get up to the top. Again, if you have the ladder, it does really help out. And I was originally going for something else, but I completely missed it and landed on our hat instead, or saw our hat. But you can see there our hat is just on the racetrack here. I believe it was popcorn I was originally going for. So popcorn is right at the very top. If you have the ladder, that will really help you here. If you don't, this is how I got up there. I did it by climbing up the shelves here. So popcorn is very close to Cat, which was on the fan, so you basically just need to make your way to the very, very top. Next we have Ninja. So starting in the bedroom, you do need the ladder for this one. I was just thinking there, but you 100% do need the ladder. There might be a way you can do it without, but I think it's designed for you to use the ladder. But you just need to make your way up the truss at the very back here and then place your ladder around this area here. Yeah, I don't think there's a way you can do that without the ladder. So driver is really simple. You just need to jump on the books here at spawn, and driver is in this box here. So this one is hiding in those cardboard boxes at the back. So start by jumping on the sofas and just jump across. Or if you do have the ladder, you can just use that and climb up instead, but cardboard is by those cardboard boxes you can see there. Pizza's really simple, so starting in the kitchen, you want to make your way towards those pizza boxes at the bottom here and just walk inside. Moving on to tomato. So for tomato, you want to make your way towards that sink. However you get up there, just get up there, whether it's the ladder or using this jump pad here. And then all you need to do is touch that red button there, and that will turn off the water and you're able to grab it. Next we have watermelon and water bottle. So for these two, you want to make your way into the cupboard here near BaconGirl. And then you do need the ladder for this one. You might be able to jump in, but the ladder is the easiest way, and you'll find watermelon inside. And then for water bottle, you just need to follow these water bottles through. Next we have Cherries. So Cherries is at the very top in the corner. So you just need to make your way to the very top. If you do have the ladder, it helps out a lot. I don't know what happened here. I think I did it too close to the fridge and my mochi just went missing. But the ladder really does help out here. So just making your way to that very corner. Moving on to Hamburger. So for this one, you will need either bridge or ladder. If you have the ladder, just place it underneath. If you have the bridge, you'll need to make your way onto the chairs and then using the bridge to get across. So I've put these two together because you do need bulb to unlock chef. And to get bulb, you do need the ladder. So using the ladder to help you climb up the lamp here. I don't think there is a way that you can do it without the ladder, but you'll find bulb in the lamp. And then you can grab chef by teleporting to the kitchen and making your way into that cupboard there that has the bulb symbol. And then it's not really an obby, you just have to follow the path around. Next we have mouse. So mouse is in this cupboard here. You can do this a few ways. You can do what I did here using the ladder to help me climb up, or you can climb to the top of the cupboard and jump down. But mouse is just behind these plates here. Next we have black cat. So black cat is in that little hut there above the spawn point in kitchen. So you can do what I did here and climb up the cupboard and then build a bridge across, or if you have enough mochis, you can just build the ladder from spawn, if that makes sense. So you can basically just climb up to that house, which is probably what I should have done, but I always make things, I don't know, harder than they need to be. Next we have cheese. So for this one you will need the bridge unlocked, and cheese is at the very back right. So using the ladder or the jump pads or your jump power, you just need to get to the very top of the cupboards here. You can see the cheese is at the very top there. And then just using your bridge across here, and it's behind the curtain. Next we have orange. So orange is at the top there, and the easiest ways to get it, or the easiest way to get it, is to use the ladder. You do need quite a few mochis to get this, but I've really tried different ways with the bridge and just jumping it, but this was the easiest way to make the ladder, then do that tiny jump. And lastly we have bridge. So to get this one you do need the ladder. You might be able to do it using the bridge, I'm not sure, but all you need to do is come to this area here, place your ladder, and you're able to climb and grab that. Let me know if this video helped.